Yoo-hoo! Digger.
Привет!
Hi, I'm Mike Gibson and this is Expatting Russia. I've lived in Moscow for 27 years and I totally love this place. So I thought I'd share some Russian stories with you. This is a big country with a big heart and big stories to tell. Each city has its own distinctive underground character, just as it does above the ground. Depends on many things, the type of earth, history, engineering, etc, etc. Paris is famous for its catacombs, Vienna for the famous sewer scenes in the iconic movie The Third Man. Moscow is not only Red Square, the Bolshoi Theatre and amazing museums, there's an entire world underground and we're going there now! Digger Daniil Davydov is going to show us just what is hidden beneath the streets of the Russian capital.
Мы сейчас из обычного мира переходим в мир потусторонний.
Daniill is known as the mayor of underground Moscow, as he really knows every square meter beneath Moscow, as well as all the stories and history. He often gives lectures about underground Moscow and leads excursions. This is the entrance to the river, which sounds like Chura, and we're going to be going in there, which kind of looks slightly ominous and exciting.
Русские сапоги.
Little secret place for my phone. This is fun. Digger. Schlapper. I like that word, schlapper. Super. Our adrenaline is off the scale. When we enter the collector, it looks like a portal. There's so much water in front of us.
Добро пожаловать ко мне домой.
There's an entire tunnel system underground. You can walk several kilometers from one part of the city to another.
Если туда посмотреть, иногда видно, как там проезжают машины.
Oh, wow. Да, вижу.
Мы сейчас прямо под дорогой. Это как раз идет протечка канализационного стока. Он характерен вот таким белесоватым налетом. Это вот как раз эти бактерии, которые развиваются в сероводородной среде. Но самое интересное, что эти бактерии полезны для человека.
The further we go into the collector, the deeper we find ourselves underground. Now we're at a depth of 15 meters. Amazingly, it's always very warm here. It's about 15 degrees. I can hear a waterfall. That sounds interesting. Let's go and take a look.
Когда речка течет по поверхности, где-то уклон больше, где-то меньше. Когда речку убирают в подземный коллектор, то делают равномерный уклон на всем протяжении. Но там, где нужно коллектор понизить, предусматриваются перепадные камеры.
Вот так, да? Whoa, okay. Okay, that was actually quite easy. Come on, your turn. Come on, it's easy. Don't be afraid.
Иногда спуститься под землю бывает просто, а вылезти бывает непросто, труднее, чем спуститься.
Those different layers you see above us represent different construction periods on the surface. And there's so many little places to hide. Woohoo! The underground world has its own beauty. It's really quite stunning. As you can see, the reflections of the water on the tunnel walls are like electricity and so fascinating. Beautiful. This tunnel reminds you of Tarkovsky's movie Stalker. In fact, the scene in the movie was filmed right above this underground river. Wow, that was fantastic. What an amazing adventure we've just had underground here. Quite unique. There are more than 150 rivers and streams in Moscow. It is assumed that the name Moscow also means swampy place or dark water. Today, more than 100 rivers are hidden underground. It's hard to imagine that 200 years ago there used to be a big river here. One of Moscow's most famous, the Nigliana, was the first to be put underground. Literally, beneath my feet, the river flows through the beautiful brick tunnels of the Gigerovsky Trail. Look. And wow. Now, whenever I step on a manhole cover while walking around the city, I imagine an entire world hidden beneath my feet. And here's another cover. Wow. So we've arrived in this amazing place, Mytishina, just outside of Moscow, for another adventure. Vladimir here is going to help us. Владимир, здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте.
Очень приятно.
Мне тоже очень приятно.
Супер. Скажите, пожалуйста, что здесь...
Мы сегодня с вами будем смотреть Мытищинский водопровод, а опускаться в галерею. Вы видите там, где текла вода еще в 1804 году.
200 years ago, the Mytishensky aqueduct was the only source of clean drinking water for Moscow. It was built by decree of Catherine the Great.
Вот как раз вот кирпич, из которого состоял верхний свод галереи нашей.
Gosh, our верхний часть. This is incredible. This is a piece of original brickwork, and as you can see, it's slightly wedge-shaped because it was used in the top of the arch of the tunnel. Get off! So now we go down to the underground tunnels. It's not as easy as we thought. This is an adventure. The length of the tunnel was 23 kilometers. Now only small sections have been preserved. The height of the tunnel is only 135 centimeters. The water flowed to Moscow by gravity because pumps did not exist back in those days.
Самый большой разбор воды был в Москве, это, конечно, днем. Ночью воду закрывали, очищали, проводили ремонт. И днем опять отпускали воду. Пускали воду, были задвижки специальные стояли, которые регулировали объем воды.
Wow. That's a real piece of history. Amazing. And that's like over 200 years old. Incredible. And in its time, it was a real engineering achievement. Incredible. I mean, just, it's like time travel. Woo! So our underground journey continues. We're visiting Bunker 703, which is an extraordinary part of Soviet history. Bunker 703 is a museum all about underground fortifications, but until 2018, the bunker was top secret and completely classified.
Назначение этого сооружения – это спецхранилище Министерства иностранных дел. То есть объект не для людей, не для какого-то командного пункта, а для хранения особо важной международной документации, которая обеспечивает все взаимосвязи на планете.
So we're now going down the stairs to a level of 42 meters below ground. The bunker is located deep underground, but to get to it, you have to open several massive security doors. This is an anti-atomic bomb door. Can you imagine? We're going to open it now. Wow. This door is 1.5 tons, and it takes us to the metro, connecting the bunker and the metro. So with my spanner, I'm going to go and fix the metro. It's heavy. We'll try again.
1600 килограммов.
Wow. All Moscow bunkers are connected to the metro to bring supplies and people. The next door opens onto a small metro station. Wow, you can hear the wind. Whoa, did you see that? The whole door practically blows off. That was pretty exciting. So here we are in the bunker. It's really unique, and all the objects here are authentic. It's a living history deep underground.
Можно попробовать самостоятельно подать сигнал тревоги.
Да.
Ногой так придерживать, да. Раскручиваем. 1991, I can see in this book. This is a record of all the stuff that has been brought in and out of the bunker. Hello guys, I'd like to tell you that your champagne order has arrived and life in the bunker is going to be great. Всего в Москве рассекречено около 20 спецобъектов, бывших секретных бункеров. Это все, что строилось в сталинское и хрущевское время. Все они рассекречены, но экскурсии водят всего в 2 реально московских бункера. Это наш бункер Министерства иностранных дел и бывший узел Министерства связи на Таганке. Все остальные до сих пор принадлежат государству, и что происходит в них сейчас, мы не знаем.
This and other bunkers were built by the constructors of the metro. Here you can see the tools with which they built these vast tunnels.
Можете попробовать, да, почувствовать себя строителем.
Fantastic.
Строителем бункера.
Right, I feel like those real kind of Soviet miners that you saw in all those posters. Amazing. Whoa, that's heavy. Ooh. So that's the end of our program from the underground kingdom beneath Moscow. And what a discovery it's been. We hope you'll come back and watch us again. And please subscribe to our channel on the links below. See you soon. Bye. The underground... Еще раз. Я чувствую как крот. Oh, why am I speaking to you Russian? Как по-английски? Coming is on.